10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Welcome to the Interaction Awards 22. Join us as the interaction design community recognizes outstanding work. We started with more than 200 projects, and today we'll hand out 11 Interaction Awards. Projects from Paris, New Taipei City, Bangalore, New York City, San Jose, and many more. And now, please welcome, live from Helsinki, Finland, IxDA board member and your host, Sami Niemela.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the 11th Interaction Awards ceremony. So I'll be your host today from Nordcap office in sunny Helsinki, which some of you might also remember from also sunny but freezing Interaction 16. This is the second time we are presenting awards in fully online format. And this is the first time we are crafting this event on its own, a unique celebration of interaction design. We'll meet this year's jury, hear from previous winners as they present each category, and most of all, we celebrate this year's winners and interaction design in general. And it all gets started right now. Over the last few weeks, our jury team, led by Chair Gabriel White, deliberated online to answer tough questions such as, who are the teams that are moving the needle, helping others to design? Who embodies the spirit of empathy and thoughtfulness as they execute work away from the limelight? Discussions were lively, as one might expect, but today we get to enjoy the results, nevertheless. But before we get started with the categories, let's take a moment to hear from the Interaction Awards chairs. Take it away.
Namaste, everyone. I'm Kadambri. I'm Senior Vice President Design at Value Labs and founder of Design Inspire platform.
And hi, I'm Shreyan. I lead UX for Identity on YouTube, and we are the co-chairs for the 2022 IxDA Interaction Awards. This is the maiden year for Interaction Awards to be hosted as an independent event. We hope we are able to celebrate, recognize, and cherish design from all over the world, celebrating the rich diversity and problems and opportunities it presents to better human and life conditions. This year, we received submissions from 35 countries across the globe, from which we have our finalists here today.
We chose Gabriel White as the jury chair for this year, as his experience focuses on social impact projects that seek to improve education, healthcare, and access to financial services for low-income people across Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. We built a globally distributed team that worked on organizing this ceremony, made sure that the pandemic would not impede them in any way, and worked hard in different time zones to bring you all together and present what we will experience today.
The awards represent the direction in which our practice and the design community is moving forward, creating a just and equitable future. We are pleasantly surprised by the range of opportunities that were addressed by our finalists this year. While some focused on varied issues that include designing for expectant mothers, differently abled users, kids, and even farmers, others included experiences targeted towards learning, healthcare, and opportunities specific to the pandemic in the present, as well as speculative alternate futures.
This range of projects make us confident that our future and the global practice of interaction design is in great hands. Now we want to pass it to IxDA President Andrea Mignolo for a few words.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Interaction Awards. My name is Andrea, and I currently serve as the president of the Interaction Design Association's board. It's hard to believe, but the award show is now in its 11th year. I still remember the first one in Dublin, a very joyful gathering of designers from our community, all gathered to view and celebrate brilliant expressions of our craft. In the years since, the awards have continued to grow and evolve. And today, not only do we celebrate the designers who are pushing the field of interaction design, but we are also creating a learning library and an archive filled with in-depth case studies that help people learn what interaction design is and what great design looks like. A critical part of IxDA's mission is to foster a community of practitioners dedicated to improving the human condition by advancing the discipline of interaction design. The awards are a critical component of our mission, providing yearly snapshots of how our field is evolving and changing, and showcasing the incredible designers and work that is happening across the globe. And like any other IxDA event, this one is designed and run entirely by volunteers, from our brilliant co-chairs to the jury chair and individual members of the jury. To all of you that have helped make this happen, thank you for your time, your care, and your contributions. This year, our co-chairs have drawn our focus to themes of accessible and inclusive design, design stories, and increasing community outreach. And while each year the awards categories are the same, optimizing, engaging, empowering, expressing, connecting, and disrupting, the exact definitions are interpreted by the jury every year, informed by their unique backgrounds and the context of the moment that we find ourselves in. In looking through the submissions this year and the finalists, I am reminded of why design is so essential. Design evokes the imagination and possibilities for the future. It asks us to keep engaging and not to give up, to create futures that honor not only our humanity, but our connection to each other and also to the earth. And this year is no different. We saw a lot of submissions that celebrate the wellness of others, the earth, the connection between the digital and physical worlds. And this was also an incredible year for strong student submissions, which makes me incredibly optimistic for the future of our discipline. I cannot wait to find out who our winners are and to celebrate incredible design with all of you. Thank you so much for being here.
So, thank you, Andrea. Before we start with the interaction awards, let's take a moment to make one key announcement for another IxDA program that has been running for the last 2 weeks, our student design charrette. Take it away, Brenda.
Thanks, Sammy. IxDA's student design charrette champions the next generation of interaction design. We exist to foster community, collaboration, and nurture good practice by new designers. To do this, we bring together students and early professionals to tackle big challenges. This year, with the exclusive support of Amazon as our partner, we welcomed 18 teams, more than 50 students representing over 20 countries, to tackle our brief, exploring how rethinking systems can enable cultures of inclusion and equity. Over the last 2 weeks, they've worked with the support of mentors and coaches, Amazon designers and SDC alumni both. On Monday, 5 teams made their final presentations to our judges. The winning team connected with a topic we all understand. Our judges had this to say. Burnout is a very relevant topic these days. The team did a great job focusing their research to create a solution that will help our tech profession with their day-to-day lives. The tool helps professionals, especially introverts, voice their concerns and reach out for help prior to burnout happening. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's winning team is Team Noon. As our winners, they'll travel to Zurich in March next year and present their project as part of the Interaction 23 program. Join me in congratulating Allison, Hinal, and Carolina.
Noon. Our focus is on professionals in the tech industry, where burnout is especially common due to its fast-paced competitive environment. Let us redesign workspaces, work styles, working cultures to promote environments of inclusion, openness, and understanding towards burnout.
Hi, my name is Hinal. On behalf of me and my team members, Carolina and Allison, I would like to thank IxDA and Amazon for this wonderful collaborating opportunity. A brief about our project. Our tool Noon is designed to help employees, managers manage burnout through early detection of symptoms. It's a platform that seeks to facilitate open and easy communication between professionals and managers. Kendall Warner, special thanks for being such a great mentor and guiding us through the entire process. Kalina and Allison, you girls rock. I'm happy and lucky to have gotten you as teammates and now as friends. These past 2 weeks with you, countless Zoom hours and endless Slack messages, it was an amazing experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. What an amazing project. So let's get the show on the road, shall we? First, to give us some insights about this year's awards, here's Gabriel White, our jury chair. Please take it away.
Thanks, Sammy. It's a genuine honour to have been invited by IxDA to chair this year's awards. These awards offer us the opportunity to step back from our day-to-day and reflect on our work. In recognising excellence in the work of our peers, we're also recognising how we're changing and growing as a community of practice. Today's award winners reflect the state of the art of our practice as designers, and in that sense, it's a celebration of all our work. To the awards co-chairs, Kadambari Sahu and Sreyan Ghosh, thank you for putting your trust in me to lead this year's jury. To the jury, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks. Sarah Fatala, Jay Datta, Eriko Fileno, Sin Xiang Yang, Shiko Gitao, and Dean Broadley. It was a privilege for me to support your deliberations and hear your thoughtful perspectives and insights. Most importantly, I want to thank the community of designers whose contributions made this moment possible. It was inspiring and energizing to look through the hundreds of entries we received for this year's awards. Participating in this process provided me with a much needed opportunity to step back from my day-to-day and rethink what it means to do design. Thank you. The categories of today's awards themselves were very thoughtfully designed. The categories we considered: engaging, optimizing, connecting, disrupting, empowering, and expressing, each demand a jury to first consider what it means to excel in design in this theme and in today's context. I'm incredibly excited to be with everyone here at this moment and to celebrate the great work of our members of our community. With that said, I'll hand back over to Sammy, who'll start us off with the first award.
Thank you, Gabriel. I am thrilled we have such a professional and truly global jury this year. Today, we are announcing 11 awards altogether. So there are 6 category winners: connecting, engaging, empowering, expressing, optimizing, and disrupting. Along with the People's Choice Award, Best Student, Best Concept, and Best in Show. And the Future Voice Award is a unique recognition selected by our jury chair. So, without a further ado, let's move on to our first category, connecting. Please welcome jury member Xiang Yang Xin and the past connecting category winner, Tata Yap.
Connecting.
Year was a bit more, we're all new to the virtual award session. Now we're a bit more embracing of it. So this time last year, we won the best in category for connecting for our work on bukas, material messages for Filipino migrant workers and their families. It's a highly personal work that reminded me so much of my home and the kindness of our people. Connection has always been the foundation of interaction design. Today, we have no lack for tools that connect us all, and some might even argue that in the past century, many modern problems have emerged due to an excess of connection in our society. So in this context, all the more does meaningful, thoughtful connection matter. This year's shortlist is filled with projects representative of the kind of connection that we need more of, visions of the present and future addressing issues like intimacy, inclusivity, health, inequality, quality of life, among others. Dr. Shin is the jury for this category, but I'll do the honors of introducing our finalists. The finalists in this category are creating systems that allow for deeper sharing, collaboration, and communication. Let's have the finalists' video up on the screen. And congratulations to everyone. You all did a great work.
From New York City, USA, Project Shasta by Adobe. From Linz, Austria, Bobi by Kunstuniversität Linz. From San Jose, USA, Open Door Museum by Carnegie Mellon University.
Right, and the moment we've all been waiting for, and the winner is Open Door Museum, a project that democratizes the curation of culture and art through personal objects and community participation. Here to accept their award is Elizabeth Han from San Jose, California. Congratulations, Elizabeth, and to your team as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for an incredible honor. I'm receiving this award on behalf of my teammates, Janet and Joseph, and I'd like to thank them first for their real hard work and dedication to this project. I'd also like to thank our advisors, Danielle Rosenberg-Munoz, Eric Anderson, and Kristen Hughes for guiding us from start to finish, the Studio for Creative Inquiry for generous funding of materials, as well as our CMU design program for laying our foundation for design. Finally, we hope that a version of this project can manifest in the real world where museums can facilitate diverse stories from our whole community. Thank you so much again.
Congratulations.
Engaging.
So there you have it, our first winner. Congratulations, Elizabeth and the team. Let's move on to the next one.
From Milan, Italy, Earthbits, Sensing the Planetary by ... Sal. From Stockholm, Sweden, Shift, an alternate future for experiencing reality in digital imagery by Umeå Institute of Design. From Oslo, Norway, Kodzinski by Umeå Institute of Design.
The online live stream, things happen. So presenting the winner will be myself. So the winner is Shift, an alternate future for experiencing reality in digital imagery. So here's to accept their award is Manu Bobapak from Stockholm. Take it away, please.
This is great. Like, yeah, it almost feels like one of the better evenings, like in the near future. And in fact, this is a recognition closer, as the project is really close to my heart. And at this moment, I want to extend my thanks to all the people who were part of this project. My mentor, Nicholas, George, and Ure, who helped me navigate the complexity around the project, and my friends at UID, especially Joanne, who were my best supporters and my best critics, and above all, my family. And thank you, IxDA. Thank you so much. This is great.
Empowering.
So to present the empowering category, here to present the award for empowering are Shreyan Ghosh and Ayman Raizwan.
Hi everyone. So empowering is all about enabling people to go beyond their limits, helping people to do things they otherwise couldn't do. Work that builds new opportunities for communities or creates power shifts within formal and informal structures that can be very transformative and meaningful for people.
From Eindhoven, the Netherlands, Nebula, a haptic wayfinding for the visually impaired by Eindhoven University of Technology. From Bangalore, India, end-to-end single-point farmer support app for 200 million plus Indian farmers by Net Brahma Studios. From Bangalore, India, UMA, Every Pregnant Woman's Friend by IBM India Private Limited.
So the winner is Uma, Every Pregnant Woman's Friend. Here to accept the award is Priyanka Pillai from Uma. It looks like Priyanka Pillai hasn't been able to join, but we will be accepting the award on her behalf and presenting it to the IBM India team.
Expressing.
So another awesome project. So let's move on from empowering to expressing. Here to present the award for expressing is Kadambari Sahu. Please take it away.
Hello, everyone. The expressing category has always been about enabling self-expression and our creativity. This year, we were delighted to see work that helps people express themselves in ways that are more kind and civil to others and foster healthy discourse and expression without hostility. Let's see the finalists for the Interaction Awards for Expressing.
From Pasadena, USA, Hearing Kids' Voice, Story Tree by Art Center College of Design. From Bristol, United Kingdom, Color Tone, a colorfully tactile way to experience sound by Copenhagen Institute of Interaction Design. From Paris, France, Nouvelle Réalité, developing an interest in art for children through a physico-digital experience by Meaningful.
And the winner is Color Tone, a colorfully tactile way to experience sound.
Okay, so I guess we don't have the winner present here. So again, the jury will deliver all the one awards to the winners. And we will move on. So next, before we go to the next award, this whole thing, the awards program, is made possible by IxDA volunteers. So literally thousands of people around the globe work hard to make this thing reality. From the core awards committee, the peer reviewers, and the thousands of people who actually voted for the People's Choice Award. Please give yourself a big round of applause. And to all the community members as well who give their time to make this program a success. Yes, this wouldn't happen without you. And also a gratitude goes to Gabriel and the jury. And the jury has led to the process selecting the winners this year, 2022. Next up, we will have a 10-minute intermission with select highlights from Interaction 22 by none other than the Captain Bruce Sterling. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hello to the Interaction designers. I'm Bruce Sterling. I'm a science fiction writer. Welcome to glamorous Ibiza. I thought you might enjoy a little sunshine and fresh air after all those cramped little Zoom interaction boxes. Now, the last time I talked to you, it was in Boulder, Colorado in the year 2011. The screens are dominant now, and the companies that you design interfaces for are the biggest and richest corporations in the world. They're worth multiple trillions of dollars. They have billions of users, and it's your tradecraft that allows them to do that. So I would congratulate you about this historical triumph, except that our situation here is obviously catastrophic. There will be a temptation to say, well, we've survived the plague with our screens, so let's redouble our efforts so that we can live within our screens with even more ease and comfort. We have proved that we can reconfigure most everything so that we never have to meet. But I have to warn you that there's something sinister about that ambition. It's like kissing the baby through the crib monitor. Now, you design interactions, but the milieu in which you work is unhappy. The giant tech platforms, Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent, and their rivals and subordinates, they are masters of the world today, but they're presiding over an era of peril and misery. People lack gratitude toward them for good reasons. They give away free services, and yet they're considered tyrants. That feels ominous. So I will mention two big trends, big buzzwords in your industry this year. The one I don't like is metaverses. Now, this is by no means a new or exciting idea. This is virtual reality. It's a technology that dates back to the 1970s. So it's not a frontier. Instead, it's an amnesia. This is not really an innovation, and I doubt it will end well, because I have watched virtual reality not ending well for 40 years. So if you're going to mess around with designing a metaverse, I would suggest just cynically pocket the money. Then there's futuristic trend number 2, which is artificial intelligence. Now, metaverse, that's an old thing with a new name, but neural nets and deep learners is a new thing with an old name. Now, it took me a while to figure out the machine learning scene, but I'm actually kind of bullish about it. Those systems are not intelligent, they're not all brainy or self-aware, but that's why I like them. They're basically databases and statistics with some automatic filters bolted on, and it encourages me that deep learners can do at least some practical functions such as clustering and classifying and correlating and generating and optimizing and tagging and annotating. So it doesn't bother me that artificial intelligences can't fly to Mars and they're not a singularity. In fact, I like them better dull and unglamorous. Now, because they're AIs, everybody wants them to talk. Obviously, this is a terrible idea. All the talking donkeys that have been invented, Siri, Cortana, Amazon, Alexa, everybody despises them. They don't need ideas in order to talk. They use statistics to talk. It feels like talking to statistics because that's what it is. So AI, as we know it today, it's not an amazingly wonderful new thing, but it actually is new in some ways. And it is an honest challenge for designers because I think maybe these systems need dashboards, these neural networks. They need an interface that's kind of dirt simple that allows people to solve real-world problems with them. Now I'm going to tell you an anecdote because novelists do that. So quite a long time ago, I was a young science fiction writer living in Austin, Texas, and there were some game designers in my town. They were aware that computer games were coming onto their scene, so they owned some computers. And then one day, the US federal police arrived and they took all the computers away. So this was a scandal, and it made a lot of ruckus. And I wrote a book about it, and my book made a lot of money. So it ended well, but why had this happened? Well, there was a federal attorney in the distant town of Chicago, and he was hunting computer criminals with his computer, and he had captured some hacker computers, so he knew that there were criminals in Austin. So he raided their place of employment because that is a reasonable police thing to do. Except he did not have the budget to go to Austin physically. He had to raid Austin remotely. Now, if he'd gone to Austin, he would have realized that there were many game design people in Austin and that game design was like a regional cultural specialty in the town, and he would not have upset the entire game design industry by confounding them with dark side hackers. He felt like, well, I'm in Chicago and they're in Austin, but I'm cybernetic and I know about them and they don't know about me. So I'm operating from a plane of higher knowledge here and I have an advantage over them. So he struck while the iron was hot, but he lost his job because his operation became a debacle. He had misjudged the real world situation and he had no method by which he could get street smart about it. That is what remote work can do to people. That's the peril there. You can have vast heaps of data and evidence, much more than you can handle, but you lack genuine awareness. So I left my hometown at that time. I packed my suitcase, I traveled across America, and I met pretty much every computer cop who existed. I went out to them. I said, hello, I'm this writer from Austin. I'm writing this book. Gail sent me. That was good because Gail was like, she was like their social organizer. So tell me the story. I said, what seems to be your problem? And no one had ever asked them for their stories because computer cops were quite lonely figures at that time. They were like the interface designers of that time. There were few of them and they were eccentric and they lacked any public credibility. Now, once my book was published, the American police continued to arrest hackers, many hackers. However, they tolerated game designers and also cyberpunk novelists. Not because the police admire me personally. It's because as a cultural figure, I just don't seem remote to them. Now that I'm old, it's too late to arrest me and repress me. I don't even get cancel culture or doxing or any of the standard contemporary vicious extra-legal harassment procedures that have arisen from network culture. I was historically lucky in that way. So even though you are the masters of screens, I think you should design some professional situations and procedures where you can get away from the geekiness and the know-it-all aspects of remote work. Go do some field work. Show up within human situations where you are least expected. And now I will close with some skeptical remarks, but they're not entirely skeptical. Now, your design association is a global network of more than 120,000 individuals and over 200 local groups, and it has a unifying belief, kind of motto, a mission statement. We believe that the human condition is increasingly challenged by poor experiences. IxDA is committed to improving the human condition by advancing the discipline of interaction design. All right, the truth is that those two sentences don't logically follow from one another. They're not realistic. Now, whenever people have genuinely poor experiences, like they're wrapped in a vicious civil war, or if they've been invaded, or they're committing genocide, you cannot pull them out of their tragic whirlpool of evil by providing them with better objects and services. Now, this is the famous assessment of the work of design as a varnish on barbarism. The truth is that it's hard to civilize people, and even if you do it, people do not stay civilized. People are rambunctious and turbulent. We are paradoxical and contradictory entities. We are fickle, we're hard to please, we're our own worst enemies, and so forth. Just go read some novels. So you can never make people good by giving them good things. However, I have never heard of a situation that was improved by bad design. Even though good design doesn't necessarily make our world better, bad design very commonly makes it worse. So to that end, yes, I do believe in your cause, and I wish you all the best, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to talk to you, and that's all I have to say.
So before moving forward, we'll go actually back to expressing. So we now have the winner, Haramoto from Bristol, UK here. So please, congratulations first, and please take it away.
Thank you so much for this honorable award. And I also would like to express my gratitude to CID who supported me with this project, and my mentor Arunima, cohort, and most of all, Costa Rican Deaf community who designed the concept with me from the beginning to the end. The purpose of this project was to increase awareness of Costa Rican deaf culture, sign language, and their fascinating silent world, and to bridge the communication gap between deaf and hearing communities. So I hope to continue to do my best to create beautiful experience for the people I am designing for. Thanks again. Thank you very much.
Optimizing.
So, thank you, congratulations, and also thank you, Master Bruce, for the intermission. So we are now at the second half of our program, and lots of things and awards and great work to look forward to. So we'll move to optimizing, and please welcome Mona Andraus and Shreyan Ghosh to introduce the category.
The optimizing category recognizes work that is making daily activities more efficient. We were honored to receive the award last year for Pearl Divers, the Dubai edition of Daily Tous les Jours musical pavement series. Pearl Diver hopes to bring joy to the everyday, reinventing the public realm to invite people to connect with each other, with their city in an active and caring way. Ultimately, it's about optimizing our way towards a much needed, brighter future.
Let's check out the finalists for the
From San Francisco, USA, Grin, Remote Orthodontist Platform by New Deal Design, LLC. From San Diego, USA, Vaccine Administration Management Solution, VAM, by ServiceNow. From Dublin, Ireland, Digital Surgery, a research probe by National College of Art and Design.
All right, I have the winner right here. And the winner is Grin Remote Orthodontist Platform. Here to accept the award is Samuel Randall and Stephanie from San Francisco, where I'm from. So congratulations both.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
This is great. It's a great honor for this award for optimizing. We're in San Francisco, where there's a lot of optimizing companies, but this was a really special project, and we want to thank the Grin team that we worked with, as well as the whole New Deal Design Studio. We, for the last 20 years, started off as industrial design and now working in product design and thinking about digital and physical together, and it's really a great joy to receive this award for a product that shows that. So thank you so much to the IxDA community as well. Yeah,
thank you.
Disrupting.
So what an awesome piece of work. Let's move on to the next category. So here to present the Disrupting Award, please welcome Kanambari Sahu, this year's co-chair and past winner, Uka.
Hello everyone. Disrupting. This category recognizes work reimagining an existing product or service by creating new behavior, usages, or markets. Disruption often has a ripple effect as new products and services lead to new behaviors and redefine existing products and services. Disruptive behaviors are
From
common subjects
Eindhoven,
of
the
interest.
Netherlands.
This category is so interesting to review and deliberate with the jury.
Last year, we, Color Design Studio, Somia Customer Experience, Trigger Design, and Next of Kin Creative won for urinal design to cater Muslim men better do istinja ritual. We developed our urinal design with a separate water spouts designed to help Muslim men to do istinja conveniently in public spaces without worrying about getting impurities that might hinder their prayers. Since winning the award, the product is actually not only being well received by the Muslim countries, but also countries that are trying to be more inclusive toward Muslim needs. Hopefully, this award will also help the category winner to get adopted quickly by the market. Here are the finalists for the dissenting category.
From Eindhoven, the Netherlands, Philips Pediatric Coaching by Philips. From New Taipei City, Taiwan, Music Tongue, Tongue Training Game and Arcade by National Taipei University of Technology and Taipei Medical University. From Oxford, United Kingdom, Tracks, Better Engagement with Taxes Through Increased Agency and Transparency by Umeo Institute of Design.
And the winner is
Congratulations to Philips Pediatric Coaching. Here to accept the award is Osgur Tazat.
Congratulations.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm on holiday at the moment, as probably you can see and hear. It's a holiday week actually in the Netherlands, so I'm in a relatively remote area in the southern Turkey. So I hope the connection is good enough to convey this message. Yeah, thank you very much for the award. So I am honored to receive it on behalf of my project team and of Philips. The subject matter is very close to our heart as the project team. So we are really looking forward to see it in actual use in hospitals and at homes. And it will mean a lot to us actually to see that it will improve the hospital experience for children. I will also like to take this opportunity to praise my project team. It's a super passionate, super talented, multidisciplinary bunch. And it has been an absolute honor for me to work with them. And I'm looking forward to working with them on new challenges going forward. Thank you.
People's Choice.
Well, congratulations. That was all different kinds of sunny than in Finland right now. Our next presenter for the People's Choice, the award from you, is Sarah Fathala. Please take it away.
Right, Sarah couldn't be here, but I'll be presenting this award on behalf of her. So hi, everyone. I'm Shreyan back again. So what's popular isn't always good, and what's good isn't always popular, but we trust our community, this community, share your opinion and choose the People's Choice Award. Giving a voice to and including our community is what makes the Interaction Awards unique. This year, more than 1,000 votes were cast to raise one project to the very, very top. And here are the results of all that clicking. So in third place, we have PhonoFrames, a non-digital gateway to digital technology. In second place, we have Vaccine Administration Management Solution, VAM. And the first place, the winner for the 2022 People's Choice Award goes to UMA, Every Pregnant Woman's Friend. And here to accept the award is Rafi. Over to you, Ekta. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the people who voted. And thank you to my team. UMA is a dream that was dreamt by a few designers to create a butterfly effect so that no rural Indian woman actually dies of preventable complications like anemia going forward. UMA is also a systemic change that may be done from inside. And I'm so proud of my entire team at IBM iX who came together as one to create UMA. The amount of research that we did, the people that we spoke to, the sponsor users that we got into the project. I'd like to thank all of the doctors who were involved, who gave us their valuable advice and input, who gave us feedback on how UMA was coming about and how we could refine it, how we could make it better. I also want to thank, especially want to thank Priyanka, Purvi, Aina, and Mandita, Sayam, the whole team at IBM iX who came together to really create this beautiful product. And fingers crossed, we should hit the market with a product that provides product market fit and create that butterfly effect that we've been dreaming of. Thank you so much.
Best student.
Thank you.
So every year, IxDA Awards, we honor one student submission. To recognize the best of our student entrants this year, please welcome Toby Whelan.
Thanks, Amy. One of the most important things we can do is teach and mentor the next generation, because that's how we increase the reach and impact of our profession. Students challenge us to question our assumptions and inspire us with bold new ideas. As usual, multiple student submissions are amongst this year's finalists, and there was one that really wowed our jury. It's my honor to present this year's Best Student Awards to Color Tone, a colorfully tactile way to experience sound. And here to accept the award is Heron Haramato from Bristol. Congrats, Heron.
From Bristol, United Kingdom. Color Tone, a colorfully tactile way to experience sound by Copenhagen Institute of Interaction Design.
And alter the rhythm of the sound. When the tokens are not in contact with the music ring, the sound loop will stop. The lamp will vibrate accordingly. Put your hand on it to feel the vibrations. The more haptic balls you add, the stronger these vibrations will be.
Thank you so much. I feel I'm humbled and honored to receive this award. Once again, I want to thank everyone who was involved in this project for their support, and hopefully more people will become interested in or learn about deaf culture and communities in Costa Rica through this project and be able to provide more support for them in Costa Rica. Are they still lacking comparison to other countries? And yeah, thank you very much.
Best Concept.
Oh, nearing towards the end, so best concepts, things that move the needle in interaction design. For this, I would like to welcome my dear friend Adrian Westerway to our virtual award stage to present the 2022 Best Concept.
Amazing. Thank you, Sammy. Good to see you, as always. So this is my absolute favorite category every year, the best concept. And we all get hundreds and hundreds of ideas every day, but it takes a really special skill to select one and transform it into something that other people can understand and get excited about. And concepts show us a version of what could become possible in the future. And this year we've had so many inspiring entries. So without further ado, the winner for the best concept is, and this is gonna start sounding familiar, it's Color Tone, a colorfully tactile way to experience sound. So please welcome back Heron Haramoto. Congratulations.
From Bristol, United Kingdom. Color Tone, a colorfully tactile way to experience sound by Copenhagen Institute of Interaction Design.
alter the rhythm of the sound. When the tokens are not in contact with the music ring, the sound loop will stop. The lamp will vibrate accordingly. Put your hand on it to feel the vibrations. The more haptic balls you add, the stronger these vibrations will be.
I feel very, very humbled and very honored to receive all this award. And it couldn't happen without anyone's support. And thank you so much again.
Best in Show.
So congratulations to the Colotone team, Herin and CID. That's being a multiple winner is such a great accomplishment. You're on a roll today. That's amazing to see. So this brings us to our final two awards. So Best in Show and the Future Voice Award.
Yeah, go.
Before we reveal the Best in Show, I'd like to thank again the Interaction Awards team for their tremendous work for inviting me to contribute to this moment. I'd also like to thank again our jury who joined me on this journey. Dean Broadley, Eriko Fileno, Jay Datta, Sarah Fatala, Shiko Gitao, and Sin Xiang Yang. I thank you for bringing your perspectives to our work as judges. The very concept of what interaction design is complex, and it exists across different technological, social, and cultural contexts. All of this makes it incredibly challenging to choose the winner for our final category, the Best in Show Award. With that said, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce the final award of the night. Our Best in Show winner is Uma, Every Pregnant Woman's Friend. Join me in congratulating Priyanka Pillai and the IBM India team on this recognition.
From Bangalore, India, UMA, Every Pregnant Woman's Friend by IBM India Private Limited.
Uma can be an excellent pregnancy companion for expectant parents. Uma makes them aware of normal and abnormal signs and symptoms of pregnancy. Uma, through everyday calendar, helps them to record their symptoms and behavior and communicate to me when they come for checkup. Uma can make journey of pregnancy safer and a self-sufficient, confident would-be mother.
Thank you so much again. It's wonderfully humbling to receive this award at this stage, and it's also huge encouragement for the whole team who have come together only on a voluntary basis to contribute to UMA. The researchers who came together, the people who ideated, the people who helped us prioritize the eventual product that became UMA. And the people who really helped us, and one of the doctors who's out there, who really helped us refine the product and ensure that it works. I'd really like to thank all of them again. Thank you so much. We're really, really honored. Like we said, UMA is a dream, and these are tailwinds. Thank you.
Future Voice.
Congratulations, Uma. So with that, we have one more thing. So let's please welcome Gabriel back to tell us who he has selected as this year's Future Voice recipient.
As the jury chair, I have two superpowers. One is selecting the awards jury. The other is choosing a winner for the Future Voice Award. Future Voice shines light on work from anywhere in the world, whether it was entered as a submission this year or not. The awards given out today focus on recognizing excellence in design practice, and so reflect the state of the art in design today. In contrast to this, the Future Voice Award asks a different question. Where could we choose to go? What problems are worth solving? When I think about problems worth solving, I quickly come to some basic questions about how I spend my time as a designer. I'm a firm believer that the real problems worth solving are, in the end, ethical problems. The systemic, complex challenges posed by climate change is one of those. In my day-to-day, I try to find ways to empower others who want to follow a similar path to me by supporting them in their design journey. Given this, I'm very conscious of the power of amplification in being an agent of change. I alone can only do so much, but with others, so much more can be achieved. In response to the question of where could we go, and in recognition of both the critical challenge posed by climate change and the power of force amplifiers, I'm incredibly excited to announce this year's winner of the Future Voice Award. This year's award will be given to climate designers. To share their story of climate designers, it gives me great pleasure to invite Mark O'Brien and Sarah Harrison to the stage.
From San Francisco and Eau Claire, Wisconsin, USA, climate designers.
Design is crucial in every part of business. Designers have a say in how products are made, how they're used, and how they are discarded. When we educate and empower designers in our community, they bring that knowledge and understanding into every business and ultimately throughout society.
At Climate Designers, our purpose is to transform all designers into the innovators, leaders, and effective activists needed to address our climate emergency.
On behalf of the Climate Designers team, we are honored to accept the Future Voice Award. We'd like to thank the jury for selecting us for the award. Huge shout out to our amazing team and chapter leaders who have helped shape Climate Designers into what it is today. We'd also like to thank the Climate Designers community as they've helped guide us since the launch of our initiative. We hope to inspire climate designers to view our climate breakdown as an opportunity to embrace this crisis as a moment to wake up, reevaluate our existence, and reimagine how we live with each other and love one another. What if there were a new story, a radically inclusive story we can all rally behind, rooted in reality, infused with purpose and hope for a better future? Could humanity be united in a shared vision, a common purpose that gets everybody on board to steer our species towards a better, safer, and more abundant world for all? And could designers, creatives, storytellers help amplify that story so everyone can see what's possible? Our vision is that every designer is a climate designer, and this award gives us hope in making that a reality. Thank you.
Congratulations. So that's it. Really great work being rewarded this year, and a massive congratulations for all the winners. So for most of the world, 2021 has been an incredibly hard year. 2022 has brought us new conflicts, but I still remain as an optimist. As we see today, design is a powerful tool to imagine and make real better futures for humankind. We as designers, we know how to swim in complexity and come together at the other side as better human beings, building better societies through our work, because that is what design does. We want to thank this year's co-chairs, awards volunteers for the efforts, and IxDA community for peer reviewing all this great work. And most of all, a massive thank you for all of you who submitted work this year. The community benefits from seeing the range, the diversity, the thoughtfulness evident in interaction design today. So please start thinking about what work would you like to see next year, and reach out to Interaction Awards to join the team that will bring you a whole new experience for 2023. Meanwhile, our Distinguished Design podcast features past winners and the people who make the whole awards thing happen. Find Distinguished Design on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. With that, sunny Helsinki, bid you says thank you and good night. Thanks for the show. See you next year.